Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Stoop Talk Podcast. I am your host, Lance BCE. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, man.
I got it.
What do you mean you got it? Like you've been practicing that?
Facts.
Then that's what you came up with.
Yeah.
This nigga been watching Sesame Street.
Listen, I started a little, I'm starting slow, you know what I'm saying? And as the episodes progress, I'm going to, get a little bit more sophisticated with it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to write something for you.
Next gonna be Uno Dos Tres.
Well, you know what? I should have did that for Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's cool. Anyways, DJ Active, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah?
We're all blessed. Yeah.
I like that shirt.
Yeah. Shout out to my brother T-Mac and the hat too.
Both is from T-Mac?
Yeah, both.
Shout out to T-Mac, man.
T-Mac.
Rag to riches.
Facts.
You can relate to that?
No, not yet.
You got money.
It was riches to more riches for him.
It was never rags.
It was never rags, facts.
Always rags.
Appreciate you, brother.
I only got forks in my house. You know what I'm saying?
The rags was McQueen though.
Nike towel.
Anyways, thank you, DJ Active. Chase, what's going on, my brother? What's up? How you feeling?
Chilling, bro.
Yo, shout out to King Liam, you know what I'm saying? It was just his
Facts.
birthday. He almost
Blessed
looking at you.
birthday.
That's
You know what I'm
the young
saying?
king.
Boy, almost taller than me, man.
You gotta be careful because, one of them days where you get him upset, he might, you know what I'm saying, be like, yo, daddy, what? You gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Watch yourself.
he is a tall kid though. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, yo, who's
Yo,
that?
he stood up next to another child that was birthday,
age.
next month?
Mhm.
To be 3 as well. And I just watched it. Yo, bro.
Liam looked like he's 5,
tall, and he wanted to duff son something serious
Yo.
for his toy cars.
When I went to his crib, he punched me. I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna punch you hard. Don't punch me again.
You type frail though, Alex.
Nigga said you like me.
I'm good.
Well, Chase, shout out to you. Shout out to Liam as well, the young king, my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to him.
Facts.
Yeah.
Even though the nigga didn't even call.
Listen, anyways, that's my nephew, all right? I wish them happy birthday on the gram. Anyways,
Damn, that's what niggas resort to. You can't
I was
even
busy,
send a
bro.
text.
I was busy. So.
All right.
Anyways, Phresh, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, living better. You know the motto.
That's right.
Feeling good, living better?
Always. Blessed.
We got to come up with something else, you know what I'm saying?
No, we don't.
You should have said it in reverse.
You got to come up with something else. All my shit solidified.
I mean, you be saying only 3 things, bro.
Short and sweet.
Short and
We
sweet?
trying to do too much.
Me?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, the place to be. Your host, Lance BCE. Yeah, that's me. Like, what's all that, bro?
You trying to make it sound like I sound like Run DMC or something like that.
Nah,
Sesame Street.
you just disrespected Run DMC with that one.
Facts. More like a Big Bird or, you know what I'm saying? Barney type shit. You're not rocking like this.
Disrespect.
What's son name on it?
Oscar?
Count.
Count?
Lance is
Yeah.
not a grouch.
Yo.
Lance would be Elmo, just like some
We
giggly ass
gonna
nigga.
stop all this.
Giggly ass.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Phresh.
nigga called you Tickle Me
Thank
Elmo.
you, Phresh.
Giggly.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
You shouldn't have bothered me, son.
Thank
I
you,
ain't
Phresh.
say nothing to you.
Keds, what's up? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. I feel great. What's up?
I want that hat.
Oh, boy.
Nah,
And that hat is not
That's
even,
fire.
I don't recall
It's
that
a
hat
one
ever-
of one.
They do a lot of one-on-one pieces.
I got you. Just give me $100. I got you.
Damn, you gonna do me like that, bro? Pause.
He's not
I
gonna
ain't trying to do
any-
nobody like that.
Really,
What
he's
you talking
really supposed to
about?
charge you like 200.
Nah, I got you, bro. Don't worry.
So that yellow is vibrant, bro.
Appreciate you.
It's yellow like the sun. I like that.
Appreciate you.
All right.
I got you.
Shout out to Ket. Shout out to Christoph Christian one time.
Facts.
Sure.
You already know the vibes.
I know the vibes.
Big
You know what
plug.
I'm saying? So anyways, thank you, brothers, for, joining us, for Stoop Talk. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Okay.
Bro, let's go, man.
Hurry up.
Let it roll. Keep
Bro,
going.
I
Come on, son. Yo, come
Why
on.
you
come
always
on, come
do
on.
this?
You welcoming us to our own show like we're the guests. You should be.
The guest is here, bro.
I'm good. I'm giving him a
What?
grant. Listen,
Come on, man.
don't do that.
Come on,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Anyways, today we have a very special guest that's in the building. This person actually, Active actually had told me about him from the very first season. I wanted to kind of bring him in, but Active, he got like 1,000,001 things, and I'm trying to communicate to Active, and then Active be forgetting half of the time. You know what I'm saying? But this time I was on his ass. Pause. So
yeah, man.
Gotta watch what you say.
Oh my God!
At
He
a
be doing it
table
on
full
purpose,
of
money.
nah. Listen, but anyways, man,
Unruly.
I don't want to waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen, we introducing Chris Dredd, man. Chris Dredd, what's up? How you
fellas,
feeling?
much respect.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet all y'all. You know what I mean? Likewise, brother.
Appreciate it.
Everybody.
Active actually had, when he showed me like your page and he showed me like all the things you be talking about, I was like, all right, yeah, this is the type of, like guy that we gotta bring into the
much
round
respect,
table to,
man. Yeah.
chop it up, because like he's saying a lot of like real shit.
Yeah,
Facts.
respect,
Saying
man.
shit that make you kind of like think too. So
Open your eyes
yeah, facts.
Appreciate that.
and your
Facts.
ears.
Y'all,
what I'm saying?
whoever's listening or watching, definitely go check him out. His page, you got, the content is up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do your own thing.
Yeah.
You go on live randomly. You
Yeah.
just be talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Never going live to play basketball, but he does
Come on, son.
his work.
He got the
does his work.
Jordans on him, all that. Can't buy a bucket though.
Yeah, but
subpar basketball.
Man, quick.
You know what I mean?
nah, but
Quick strikes.
Chris Dredd is a real. He and just for anybody who's listening, he just didn't start last year or the year before. He's been doing it from since like 2008, 7.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Before Instagram was Instagram, before Instagram had DMs on Facebook. So he's the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Not
dude.
Derek Jackson, but he's the real deal.
that's how praise coming from.
man.
Actor don't really, speak highly about most of his. Oh, did the sound just go off?
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
you-
just me.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit.
Go ahead.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Much better. All right. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
You
Yeah.
said
Saying
active
you were
doesn't
saying how
really
active-
speak
Oh, yeah,
highly
that's
of his
right.
guests.
Yeah, actor doesn't really speak, that, gracefully about,
That's my
some
brother.
of the guests.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
So,
my brother.
that's love.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
All right.
good dude.
We about to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Because we on a limited time restraint today.
Nah, go ahead, do your thing.
No, we good. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
Chris,
Bro.
tell the listeners about yourself, bro.
Yeah, let's start up. Let's start up
Yeah.
with that little introduction.
Yeah,
Tell me
little-
what you got going on. Tell me what you do.
Yeah, it's
A
just
little brief bio.
basic instructions on my own self. Just kind of wanted to speak outwardly, tell the truth, and bring a lot of different conversation to the forefront, because our people, we are limited in the topics of conversation. A lot of things is taboo for us. So just like what y'all doing is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of, men sitting around talking, really trying to build and, do something with that. So it's a beautiful thing. But as an individual, I just started, years ago on my own, just, trying to get into the deep study, to the esoteric knowledge, ancient Egypt. I studied our history, you know what I'm saying? All kind of things. So I just engage, public conversation. I speak, do lectures, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm in the service of my people. That's all.
That's
all
right,
it
bringing
really
awareness.
is. Yeah, man.
That's
dope.
On
Drop
top
a
of that,
bomb for
we party. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We
Gotta
party,
have balance.
We have fun,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I noticed something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be honest about that. So
Right.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. So, just piggybacking off of that, we're just gonna get right into it. This first topic, actually, Chris actually, brought this up, man. Funny enough, we never actually spoke about this before. So, we just gonna jump right into it. So, what are y'all thoughts about, polygamy?
And let me just say why I wanted to, because a lot of people don't see a group of men actually engage in a real conversation about something that was our history.
Right.
Unequivocally, you know what I'm saying? So to get in a brief history of it, it's not to say because we're talking about it, we want to be polygamous, but it's to have the conversation as to deal with what's going on. The ratio in the melanated community of females to men is 10-1. And we got to put some content behind how it got that way. That's not normal. That's not natural. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the homosexuality agenda, which is a strict agenda, biochemically, media propaganda, they actually put in atrazine, and it's a chemical that they put in the tap water and the chemtrails that actually turn female tadpoles into male tadpoles and male tadpoles. So they did those studies and they put that in the baby formula and all of that. what I'm saying? The mass incarceration. The melanated man makes up 6% of America, but we make up almost 50% of the prison inmate population. You know, so a lot of men is taken off the street, out of society, out of the community, and put into prison. So we also practice self-genocide. You know what I'm saying? You know, we kill each other more than any other race. Well, technically, but it makes a difference to study these statistics. You understand? So our women is dealing with a competitive level that's very, you know, subliminal, 10 to 1. You know, I want people to really think about what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So that's just some context to it. And prior to slavery, we practiced this. This is what we did. When you talk about slavery, you talk about controlling capitalism. So you can't control the melanated man if you allow him to have several wives, making all these beautiful children with these wives who weren't just simply wives, they were master teachers. You understand? So imagine 3 or 2 or 4 wives teaching all the children a skill, a craft. You understand what I'm saying? So you building strong foundations of families and stuff like that. So they looked at that and said, in order to control capitalism, we're gonna force people into monogamy. Monogamy is not our thing. So that's just some context to it. You know what I'm saying? Monogamy would be nice if the ratio was more balanced, you know? And hopefully we could have a real man conversation about
so you know what? I appreciate that context.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go right back to you real quick. Because I had asked the general, you know, broad question, you know, what y'all think about, you know, just polygamy in the whole. So I want to know, like, how do you personally feel about that? And then, like, is that something that you would, you know, get into, like, you know, going forward?
Yeah.
I don't know your situation,
Right.
You know,
Nah,
but going forward.
I came here as an open book, you know what I'm saying? So I don't got no woman in the eye, so I could talk. So I've tried it before. I've experimented. It was actually a young lady that brought it to me. But the reason why it didn't work, 1, we were really young, and 2, her concept was she was bisexual. She had a girlfriend that she was in love with. She was in love with me. She wanted to control both of us and the interaction. She's a Virgo. In the interaction.
So she wanted to have separate relationships.
She
not
wanted
all
us together, but when she seen the dynamic between me and the other young lady,
Jealousy.
it freaked her out. So the sincerity of it has to be there. And it doesn't necessarily, see, we have this misconception that this is this freaky sexual thing, and it's not. It's really about building family and dealing with the imbalance in the community. You know what I'm saying? And trying to build that up. So there's a lot of misconceptions about it. They think, you know, it's some nigga shit where, you know, we gotta just, you know, we wanna have sex with multiple women. And it's not, it's really not about that. You know what I'm saying? It was as simple as in certain villages, you could have 7 goats. You know what I mean? And you could take care of 2 women, but if a man had 15 goats, he could take care of 4. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just as simple as that. But not all, there's polyandry where the women have multiple husbands. You know what I'm saying? But that's based on their society and how that community, what the men look like versus the women, you know, the numbers. So it's different forms of this, but this is how we lived in this communal environment. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
And I'll say this, and then I'll see if anybody else, well, clearly everybody else has something to say. But
This is a first.
Yeah, you never want to go first, bro.
Facts.
I mean, it's fresh off. It's fresh
a different
on
topic.
Go ahead. Don't forget your thought. Go ahead, bro.
I feel like y'all think y'all.
Don't
Yo,
forget your
bro,
thought.
just talk.
I'm not gonna forget my thought, but y'all looking at me because I feel like y'all think I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna shock y'all.
No, we're
waiting
surprised that you want to speak first. So speak.
Anyways, shout out to my sis, Rach, because she actually dropped a podcast speaking about this, and she had another individual that, you know, practice, you know, polygamy. You know what I'm saying? And when the way how he brought it up, he basically was saying, you know, he sounded a lot similar to how Chris spoke, but he was also saying, like, you know, it's a lot of pressure, and it's very hard to get everything from one woman. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically saying, like, there's, you know, great value in, you know, in this woman for, you know, X, Y, and Z, and then there's great value for, you know, this woman X, Y, Z as well. So he was saying, you know, and then same thing, like in terms of a lot of people think it's just a sexual thing, but it's so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? You just think building a family, right? So with that being said, polygamy for me is definitely a no-go. And I'm actually looking at it on I don't want to die before I have to, you know, and just dealing with a woman too at that.
Wait, I'm hold on. Let's pause.
You
real
referring
quick.
to the stress?
I'm trying to understand. You said you don't want to
Yeah,
die.
he was
I'm
referring-
dead
yeah.
sick, bro.
But I don't get what
hold on. You know, statistically,
Okay.
husbands usually die before men. I mean, not men, before wives. Husbands usually die before wives.
Yo,
So
so
I'm dead serious,
I
bro.
would say something, but I'm gonna let you go.
So, but are you trying to attribute that to them being married to a woman? So you're saying the more women that you got, the faster you're gonna
The
die?
faster you gonna die. That's
Bro.
what
So
Is that
you,
what you
so
saying?
you rather
That's
marry a
basically what
man?
he's
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm asking
guy.
a regular question, bro.
Let me finish my thought.
Because it sounds like you saying men will make you live longer.
And bro, I would say 7 out of 10 married couples, it's usually the husband that dies first.
Okay.
But why do you think that is?
Bro, get
This
to
is
your
why you're
point.
scared to be in a
but why do you
relationship.
think that is though?
No. Get to your point.
Are you saying
anyways,
that you
hold on,
rather?
Hold on,
Let me-
active.
all right,
let
let
him
me-
get. Let
You're
him
trying to
finish
say
his point.
women put a stress level on
They
a man.
decrease your.
Absolutely.
They just.
I mean,
they
don't get me
decrease your
look,
years
don't
of
get me
living.
wrong.
I
So
strongly
hold
disagree
on.
with you.
I got
Lance.
a question for that.
Listen,
so
don't get me wrong.
Here's my question to that. If that's the way you think, then wouldn't, on the flip side of that, you would say maybe you're stressed because you don't have everything from that one woman? So wouldn't polygamy then help you?
All right.
Yeah.
It's no for me. Because I feel like dealing with one woman is difficult. Because it's true. Sometimes women doesn't. A woman doesn't have it all.
I'm
right?
trying not
Gonna
to.
all know
get
that.
I'm
bashed
not.
for this, but go
No.
ahead.
I'm trying not to joke, you know, but
Let-
you
Y'all
forcing
keep
my
cutting me
hand,
off.
bro.
Could y'all let me finish speaking my thought?
Go ahead.
All right. Anyways,
Go
Go ahead,
brother.
bro. Go ahead.
and I just feel like it's just like it's a financial, stress burden as well. Absolutely, dealing with two women. Dealing with two women, you don't think that's a financial burden?
No.
Why would that not be?
Everybody's
Well, are you-
situation
are
is
you-
different,
That
bro.
could be, but part of what he was explaining when he gave the backstory, the little context on it, is that they're gonna play a role too.
Exactly.
Right.
So why is
I'm
that a
just-
concern?
Listen,
Why
I'm-
is that a concern for you?
I'm
And
just
let
throwing-
me just be specific. Women created polygamy. That's not a. Remember, this is a feminine construct we live in. We dealing with history right now, his story, but this is a matriarch. I mean, this is a patriarch system we live in. It used to be a matriarch. Women created these things. Women were heads of state and governments and different things like that. So we're not dealing with our history. We're dealing with history after we were enslaved. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why you would even be stressed with one female is because the melanated community is living in poverty.
It's a deeper rooted issue. I agree with you
You are
there.
not supposed to be financially suffocated. The melanated man is the most disenfranchised human being, and we're the most endangered human being on the planet. It's completely unnatural for you, me, and everybody at this table at some point of our life to be struggling financially. We don't come from that history, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what we're dealing with is a man who looked at us and our woman and was jealous of everything that was going on. He can't be us. They could barely survive in these elements of this planet because they man-made. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's a lot of things about the biochemistry of what's going on. And when they seen what we were doing and our abilities, they enslaved us with the most violent slavery in the world. It was always service, but this violent slavery, and then we're still dealing with the traumas of that. So it is completely unnatural for you and me and everybody to struggle to take care of our women. Then they feed this American dream to our women that if you're not 25 with a white picket fence, a house, a car, a kid, one of them little fucking Yorkies that cost $3,000, that you're not doing shit, and it's not true. And our woman is calling herself strong black woman. You never hear strong Asian, strong white woman. We're dealing with a lot of crazy things that's happening in the world, and we're partying and enjoying life over on top of our issues. You know what I'm saying? Look at our music that's been bastardized. And no disrespect, you know, we love our music, but come on. You know, this is the modern day selling of ass and us tricking paying for it. That's not normal. That's not normal for, you know, female artists. You know, music is melanin put to scale. Music is a very deep, deep thing. And when you have high vibrational tonings, because we're all vibration, but you put negative words behind it, we will do what the words, look at every generation, they did what the music did. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the type of music that we're dealing with, telling women don't have sex with a man unless. This is creating a different type of human woman today. The baddest Johns, you remember the baddest Johns used to have sex with a guy because he was the flyest, cutest. It wasn't about he was the richest, but his personality, he was funny. You know what I'm saying? But now the criteria is I will give you my body if you give me things in return. Bags, vacations, you know what I'm saying? This is not normal. This is totally.
Because it wasn't like that before.
No, this is not normal. So now when you talk about, you know, supplying one woman with a dream, the melanated woman is the only woman on average that out-earns her man. They making a lot of money. They completely control the middle class. So us, we either teetering on the middle class, or we hustling, or we got a high earning job, or most men are just poor. That's where the criminology come in. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we looking at these cultures that we trapped in, and it hasn't worked. Monogamy has not improved the black family. And I don't use the word black because we not a color.
No, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
though.
no, but we not a color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they are able to shoot us with impunity, because black is not a nationality. We don't have a nation. You understand? You could look anywhere in the world. Black doesn't have an army. It doesn't have a constitution. They don't have. We are not a nation. We used to be Moors. We used to be Aboriginal Native Americans. Those are nations. So I don't like to use the word black, but the melanated woman is out earning her man on average. You hear them. You see them all the time on Instagram. Broke niggas, broke. They making money. You know how much nurses how much nurses is out here? How much they make, especially jabbing people with the damn, you know? They making three, 4 bands a week doing that. So they always in the airport. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they can do what they want. So these people took the balance out of our community, made the woman, put her on top of. Remember, we have vocational programs in the high schools back in the 60s and 70s. Men was coming out licensed welders. Welding is a 6-figure job today. Plumbing, electrician. These are high-paying jobs. So they forced us to go to college with her, take out the loans to compete with her in the workplace, and then we can't even get the jobs to pay back the damn loan, yet alone pay a $2,000 rent. And meanwhile, she talking about, to get next to me, you gotta buy me something. The hell are you talking about, weirdo? So at the end of the day, these are the things that we're not really getting, you know, we're not discussing these things as men to figure out. And, you know, there's this term called simp. You know, you see a lot of dudes on the ground, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Simp ass.
Yeah. But this is a real thing, because men have found that this is working for them.
Did you see the video? When
the boy had tattoo, nigga.
Yeah,
but biggest
I want to speak about that too.
Big time.
But you saw the remix to it, right? The guy was talking about. You see what this nigga
the
talking
King
about?
Dirtbag.
Yeah, and then he responded. They battling subliminally. Yeah,
they going back. But before we get to that, I want to ask you a question based off of what you were just talking about, as far as like the whole college and the women making more money. Like, what would you say to the woman that would rebut that statement and saying, like, you know, the women's suffrage movement, or we had to fight to get to where y'all was at and make as much as y'all. Now we make it more and it's not good. Like, what would you say to the woman that rebuts the argument?
And I have this discussion a lot. The melanated man has never oppressed our woman to say she can't earn. We've never been in control in this country for there to be some feminist movement.
Right.
The reality is we walked hand in hand, melanated woman, man, and child walked together in the 60s. That's what the civil rights was about. We was in harmony. Our families were strong then. But now, shit shook up. Whole nother time now. So at the end of the day, yes, the woman was oppressed, but let's be honest. who are they really going after to stress her out? Her sons, her brothers, her husband, her father. You know what I'm saying? So there's this cloud over it where she is convinced, based on propaganda and media, that, and it is an argument in our community, who has the hardest life? That's silly. We both oppressed. You know what I'm saying? We both in the shit right now. So, you know, there's a lot of context to these things, and this is why I try to have these conversations. But at a round table with men, we're talking about something that we're all experiencing. We know that there's a lot of women dominating in our communities. We see them all the time, especially living in New York. You know, back in the day, there was 10 girls on the block jumping rope and, you know, doing hair. You know, we grew up around a lot. Most of us was raised by women. You know, a lot of us didn't have our fathers. So, you know, you see it. Then our fathers was going to jail for 10, 15 years for a nickel bag of weed, bro.
Correct.
They took the Section 8. Section 8, the apartments is only given to women. There's millions of project apartments across America. And when you hear the word project, we look at it loosely. That's really a human project.
Literal project.
A human project. To see what would happen if you put women alone to raise the children alone, poverty, what would be the pathology of putting them in indoctrination camps, AKA public school? And now we got the charter schools, and now anytime you see charter schools, you see gentrification. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these people are extremely oppression is an intelligent game. This is mental slavery. It's not the physical kind. It's the mental, spiritual, long game, exactly. And we're dealing with an insanity. And the whole Kevin Samuels phenomenon is strange because there was, I don't know if y'all familiar with Shahrazad Ali, who wrote the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. She wrote and gave thousands of lectures on how the black woman ain't shit. She know better than the black man. And she exposed that for the first time, and women hated her for it. You know what I'm saying? But we're both living under oppression. There's a lot of things women do that's just as bad as the men. They molest children too. They abuse children.
Accountability all around.
They lie, they cheat. How much of our brothers got set up by a female to get murdered and robbed? We don't talk about these things. How much women are having sex with multiple men and don't know who the baby father is? That's trauma. All of these things. But they experience trauma. You know what I'm saying? Our woman is hurt. But we have to understand we are both hurt, and we can't compete against one another as far as like, yo, who have it the worst? That's nonsense. We need to come together and fix these topics. So the Kevin Samuels phenomenon, he's yet another person who's getting a lot of traction on exposing how much of the black woman ain't shit. And women love it. His highest views are by women. Women love that. Because this is the age of Aquarius. We're trying to wake up. Some women need the truth, but a lot of women hate him on the flip side. I don't really, you know, you keep it real sometimes, but his attitude is a little, you know what I'm saying?
I just think his messages sometimes don't get received well because he's an asshole. He's a blunt speaking dude.
And he don't let women finish their sentence. At least let them finish their thoughts. I don't like that. But what he's doing is exposing and ruffling feathers that has not been ruffled in years. And he's bringing up topics and exposing women for who they are. And women are coming on the show exposing themselves. And it's making them feel very uncomfortable.
But they want to feel like,
because know. Women love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because so much women is solid today. Yeah. And they know they not like these women that is coming on these shows. So, you know, go ahead, finish your thought.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, they know what to expect when they come into the show. It's not like it's something new. Yeah. So they know what they're getting into. Some girls need to hear it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Some girls can't, you know, they can't hear it from their peers. They want to hear it from a stranger. You know what I'm saying? When they hear it from a stranger, and it's like, damn, he's saying it kind of rough, but they need that. You know what I'm saying? Probably could change them.
Laughing and chuckling while he's tearing
their
head off. Honestly.
And he look a little, you know, hey you. You know what I'm saying? He look a little, but at the end of the day, you know, these are the things, because the melanated man has always been on the chopping block. We've always been exposed as this demon. You know, look at what Boys in the Hood did to the world and made people feel about the brown man. You understand? Look what Menace to Society. Look what what's the shit with Tina Turner movie with
What's Love Got to Do with it?
when he raped her in the booth. That was a fucking horror film to some women, you know?
Right.
And when you really look at the truth about Tina Turner, she was a pimp. She used to abuse women. Go look at Judge Joe Brown podcast talking about Tina Turner. She used to abuse, because he used to, you know, he was a judge. She used to abuse women. There's a story about her dragging women by their feet in ropes and cars and all kind of wild shit. And a lot of people used to say Ike was not like that.
Crazy. I never heard that before.
Go listen. He tells it all. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that are hidden because the tools of the idea of slavery is to keep the man down, attack the boy, you know, attack the man. You know, that's why the trauma effect of murdering us on the phone. Whereas if I'm talking some real joint about this scamdemic, my videos get deleted all the time, but I could post somebody's head getting blown off and I'll stay up. This is sick. And something, a force is in control of this, you know what I'm saying? The things that are not making sense make perfect sense to us now.
Right.
Because we've, you know, I mean, we watch these things with, listen, to see a child get murdered by police, we should lose our fucking mind.
We're going to talk about that.
And we don't.
I want to definitely
just say,
the conversation regarding that.
Again, why aren't we losing our minds?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you could post that because all it says is content, see more.
Yeah.
But like you said, as soon as we post
I think
something.
it says caution or something like that.
On Instagram right now, all I see is white mothers going up to these schools, tearing the school board apart because they don't want their kids in masks all day, breathing in carbon dioxide, poison. You're not going to see a group of melanated, who's the mother of humanity. I haven't seen a video of melanated women going to any school complaining about anything because they partying and shit. Because we've lost our minds. Let's be honest. And these white folks is like, nah, I understand what's going on. This is wrong. So there's a lot of things that are not spoken about our women, but it's spoken about us. And let me hit, I'll be the first to tell you, I love our women.
That's a fact.
But without truth, how can we grow? So for us to sit here and even think to talk about our women and be honest about them will offend women all over the place.
But they could clearly talk about us.
Clearly. Look at the memes. The other day, this girl posted a meme. This summer, unless you talking about brunch, luxury vacations, or paying my rent, you can't talk to me. Are you? Excuse me?
Like that, bro.
How dare you?
Life. Like, what do you?
And they posted.
And they live by that.
And
So
they
just
posted,
summertime. Spring is free game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So the methodology in that is, let me post it, leave it up for 24 hours, see how niggas feel about it, and see who bite. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's weird.
But the sad part, somebody
And
will
men
bite.
is biting.
It's called fishing.
Yeah, and guess
that's-
what? There's no value system built for this young lady. She could be amazing, but no one cares because you just said, pay for your punani, and I can have you. I'm ugly, I have money, have sex with me. And, men who has never been able to live these dreams. So the black family, the melanated family is being burnt away because the younger generations of these women don't care about loving a man. They don't want a righteous man. They don't want an intelligent man to teach them things. They want a man with money.
You know what's crazy?
The best part is when they turn around and try to say, well, I don't really live like that. I don't really believe
I just thought it was funny.
But then if a nigga really bidded it,
Exactly.
you gonna go with it.
They be like, it was just funny. Because if, God forbid, you say, like, that's how you really feel. I just thought it was funny.
Right,
Bitch,
but it's
like,
not.
That shit ain't funny.
That's how you really
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, you
Let-
want
let-
somebody to bite.
Before I get the rest of y'all opinion, let me ask y'all a quick question. Do y'all feel that, I guess, the rise of black women in particular, economically, do y'all feel like that actually has contributed to being like a detriment in terms of, sustaining a family or building a family? You see what I'm saying? Like, do you think that's been like
You mean like if you put it in a broader spectrum, the more free they have become,
the more
wild they have
independent,
gotten?
the more independent, the more money they make, right? It's basically, lessened or, made the family values like it's more weak. Do y'all think there's
unequivocally, the boss of every family and every other race or culture besides ours, unequivocally is the man.
Absolutely.
Unequivocally. It is opposite in our culture. How has that happened only to us? How? Now, let's applaud our women for doing their thing. These are our mothers and our sisters and our lovers. So we love to see them succeed. But this is, again, a question with polygamy. My homegirl asked me today, she was like, yo, what's the criteria of a man having more than one woman? What if we make more money than him? And I'm like,
Why is it about money?
the dick still slap. You know what I mean? He can still fix a shelf. If a home invasion come, y'all two motherfuckers not gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get up and save it. The value of a man is only money to our community. Anytime you hear
That's so true.
anytime you hear a black woman that was dating a white man, when we was growing up, our mothers told, girl, he about to pay all my bills. It was always about money. She's never looked at the white man as a sexy god. She looked at us like that, but we had financial issues based on what the government did to her man. So now she's looking at us as this money with a dick. Money dick.
That should be the title.
And when you're, God forbid, you're smarter than her, you're spiritual, you're righteous, you want to get her to eat better, because you know they love crab. And crab is the roach of the sea. If you want her to eat better, you want
Shrimp
her to,
and crab.
You don't want her to smoke the hookah, you want her to smoke ganja, because it's a better thing to smoke. You want her to drink more water. She don't want you around because now you're trying to make me better. Yeah, and you're not fun. You're not the kind of guy that I want. You know what I'm saying? So there's a problem going on. You know what I mean? And we're not having these conversations enough. But around a table full of men, you know, it's really interesting because we don't talk about how we feel about the structure of what's going on, polygamy, monogamy. The melanated family has declined under the construct of monogamy. It has not helped. Women practice polygamy unwillingly. Ask DJs.
Yo,
You know?
On that note,
If there's not enough men to go around, how they're gonna compete for the guy. They have to. And look how much men, you know, have multiple gal them, you know what I mean? And women have to fight and compete. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. So, you know, there's a lot of context to these conversations. But our women is dope. They doing amazing, and you know, but something has to occur where we go back to certain things to fix the family. And if they're not thinking about the family no more, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I just think that goes back to what you said in the beginning when we first started the conversation about a lot of the topics are taboo for us to discuss. And I feel like that's because a lot of the time people don't want to, you know, ruffle feathers or, you know, shake the table and start talking about things that,
Scared to speak.
yeah, about societal norms, about what people are going to think about what they think about something. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like more people need to get the I don't give a fuck what you think attitude. And maybe these topics will reach the forefront like they're supposed to, because everybody can't be worried about what other people think about what they think.
and living by
You know what I'm saying?
memes, bro.
so Phresh. Since
I've
you-
had somebody speak to me in meme language. Don't do that shit to me.
that's crazy.
So Phresh, what?
Since yes, you were speaking before Chase cut you off, but real quick, what are your thoughts about about polygamy and the whole?
I mean, personally, I've never gave it any thought, but you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't say that that's really for me. But again, that's something that you got to do your own research on, and then you sit with the information and decide what works for you. But, you know, I just can't really say without having all of the knowledge, like I haven't studied it or anything like that to really say like, yo, I could make an educated decision based on, you know what I mean, X, Y, and Z, because I don't have that information. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say, but based off of that, it's just like, I don't know if it's quote unquote like brainwashing or societal norms. Just like, I don't see myself, you know what I mean, having multiple gal like that at this stage in my life. Like that's something for you, a young dude, you know what I mean, you go do that.
And this
Speak
is
for
why,
yourself.
right? This is why I wanted to
I
have the
literally said
conversation,
that
'cause
I
a
was.
lot of men are not with it.
Right.
There's a lot of men, and you know, women think that all men is with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even for myself, there's times where I'm open to it, there's times where I'm not. But you know, when you think about a man's personal take on it, you know, what would make a man feel like this might work? There's a lot of men that is looking at certain sex partners or fuck buddies that they had back in the day, and they're in a relationship and they're approaching them like, yo, you not doing that right now? You know what I'm saying? You want to be our girl? You know? And they're asking these questions and they're trying to figure, listen, how much men has settled down with that gorgeous, smart, educated woman on paper, but when you making love to her, this stimuli of the
It
sex,
ain't it.
it's not it.
It ain't it.
But this Treachy, Raggedy Ann, Sketta, you know what I mean? She modding your shit up. Tiff from 2 years ago. You can't stop thinking about this, you know what I mean?
Yo.
So here it is. You're like, yo, like, and how much dudes we know that when they take their side John away on vacation where nobody can see, you know what I'm saying? He holding her hand, loving her down. But in the city that he live in, she fucked like 4 of his homeboys. But away in private, he in love. These are the secrets. You understand what I'm saying?
You know,
so it's, yeah. What?
You know,
Because you my brother, I know you well. What you about to say?
nah, I'm just saying, like, a lot of men, or I would say gallus, would probably disagree with it, but they live it. Niggas live it
Yeah,
without even knowing that they live in it.
they doing it.
Because
But that's the thing.
Because
you don't
if
got
you
the
have
structure though. So are you really living it if you don't got the structure that he was talking about? You
no,
can have multiple gal at the same time.
No.
That
some
don't make you a
girls-
polygamist.
But
Right.
sometimes I feel like when it comes to that,
Damn.
it's like, yo, shorty on this side, she cook.
You got cut off 2 times.
Shorty on this side, she know how to. Like, if you want to break it down, it's
That's what I'm saying. That's
one cook, one clean, one take care of the kids,
Yeah,
one does the
because-
schoolwork, one actually mothers the child. You know what I'm saying? Or breeds the child. Like,
So you're talking about a whole team.
so.
but
look,
that's what it.
That's
That's
actually-
my
that's
idea.
exactly
of
what
polygamy.
polygamy is, he said.
So look, for me, right?
I mean, it sounds good, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but
Right. It
does
sounds
sound
good,
good,
but
but
that
that-
shit is a headache.
that's where I'm
However,
coming
it
from.
would be a headache with the.
You know why
The,
you keep
uh,
saying it's a headache? Because of your mind right now.
It's a headache when you
for
lying.
this
That's
day
what I'm
and
saying.
age.
For
For
right
this day
now,
and
how
age,
you
with
feel
these
right now,
women,
that's
no.
what
no,
it's a
it's
no
headache.
bueno.
only a headache because you don't want to tell the two people that you're dealing with that you're
It's
dealing
No,
with.
because you're not honest.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
because-
It's a
saying.
headache
no.
because you got to maintain
But let me
lives.
tell you-
Right.
let me tell
We live
something.
in a society where that's not normal, so therefore it would not work. Because you have so many
It is
women.
gonna work. Niggas
Bro,
is living
you
it
have
already.
so many
No,
women.
activists talking
Let me
about
tell you
something different.
I know, but you have so many women that will look at that idea of it and be like, oh, so you just want multiple pussies.
that's
Son,
what they
son,
say.
But in
son,
reality,
son.
that's
But like
not
he
what
said,
it's
it's not
about.
about the sex.
It's not about the
It's
sex.
perhaps it-
Fuck the sex. It's about a home, raising a family,
Especially-
raising a
listen,
life, having a
when we in our
lifestyle.
30s, when we in our 20s, we produce semen every day. So we could burst, never reverse. You know what I'm saying? But when we in our 30s, we produce sperm every other day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really about fulfilling the sexual fantasy. It's
I feel
about
like I still got it.
yeah, I mean, look, some men are healthy sexually in their 30s and their 40s. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you know, it's not about the desire to constantly burst a nut. You know what I'm saying?
not.
It's really so much deeper, and it's
It's
about
spiritual.
protection. It's spirituality because the women are the spiritual ones to bring that element to the family. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things happening with me and you. I'm 38. I've been in the nightlife since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? And when you speak about gallus, you know what I'm saying? When you speak about gallus, we know a lot of men who work in the nightlife. The nightlife is the most whorish place you could ever be, but you're fulfilled with a lot of. Every person in nightlife is low-key a sociologist because you're constantly dealing with hundreds and hundreds of personalities. You know what I'm saying? A DJ and a promoter are very powerful people in New York because they seem to have this power. It's a money, liquor, dance type of, you know. So these men, you know, remember growing up, I don't deal with promoters and DJs. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women did, but any promoter or DJ know or had experiences of engaging with a lot of females at some point. You know what I'm saying? Now, we seen a lot of messy shit go on. Why? Because they didn't have the opportunity to be honest. And they didn't take the opportunity to be honest. And they chose to do things behind these women back. And that caused a lot of drama. You know what I'm saying? But imagine growing up in a Muslim community or certain African communities, these people practice polygamy. And
Multiple
the young
ones.
women and men growing up, they want to be in a polygamous society. In America, in New York, I have a lot of Muslim or African friends who this is something that they want because it's normal to them, but it's abnormal to us. So all you have to simply do is ask yourself the question of, if the ratio was 1-to-1, monogamy would be a breeze, but it has not worked.
It only produces monogamy is equivalent to lying.
So do you think we're gonna get to a point where we're eventually gonna get back to being, polygamous? As a
I think it's growing outside of the Muslim and African
I
tribe.
feel like
There's
5-10 years ago, I didn't
Mormons,
really hear
don't
about
Mormons have multiple
polygamy like
wives?
that. Honestly,
There's cultures.
Amish people.
But it was
they
there.
have multiple
It was
wives.
isn't as broad as every like.
It's growing popular, but there's still no context.
It'll always be around.
It's
but I don't
always been
think it's
around.
gonna
It
take-
wasn't broad. It ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
It's not the culture of the modern time. So women have an issue with it because
A lot of stuff is broad now. A lot.
But the
of stuff with
conversation is
social-
growing.
Yeah.
A
lot of stuff because of social media and these shows. Shows too. As soon as it get on these shows,
They got shows like that too, like Sister Wives and all kinds of shit.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? These shows are bringing out.
So, Acton, let me
awareness.
get your before we go to the next topic. I want to hear what you how you feel about polygamy. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I was saying it, but
Yeah, he tried several times.
yeah.
Go ahead. So this is your chance.
No, I was just saying.
Go
like,
shine.
A lot of people do live that life without saying they live that life. Like there's a lot of females and men that knows what's going on with each other. There's girls who's playing the side chick that we call it side chick, but they're really in a relationship and they know that it's just that the person that's the main is not gonna accept it, but she is accepting it. You know what I'm saying? Because some woman knows that a man is dealing with somebody else.
But is that the true definition of pop?
That's the point that I was making.
Right, 'cause
you don't
it's
have
not.
the
Because
structure
not all
for it.
parties
You just
are
got
aware of
multiple
each
guys.
other.
That's just lying.
That's just halfway polygamy.
It's not as it's like I'm gonna let him do it because we're happy we have our security. It's the security thing. And then this other girl that's playing the side chick, she is giving the man the other stuff that the main girl is not. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's something that the main girl cannot do for the man.
Well, she's lacking.
Or you can say
like
the main one is letting him do it because she's insecure of herself.
No, she's not
she could
insecure. No.
actually find somebody else
She's not insecure.
that's with
no,
what she's
I
with.
do not. No, it's not insecurity. Sometimes they have a family. Sometimes they have businesses. Sometimes they understand.
She's invested.
Yeah, she's invested her time. So it's not about insecurity. It's about she's content with what's going on. As long as you just don't disrespect her in front of everybody.
How much women say as long as I don't find out.
Right.
And that's like it's a fake pass. It's not a real pass. You know what I mean? Because she don't want you to do it, but she's trying to say if you do it, be extremely covert. So I would never find out.
But I find it as a form of insecurity.
But there are women that give hall passes though. I've been reading.
But that's a valid pass.
But that's
this is an
that's
invalid pass.
That's why I said what I said, because there's a lot of people who live that life. They just don't accept it.
How much men we know and women, how much men we know they was, in an 8-year relationship. In those 8 years he was with this girl, 5 of those, he's with another one. These women know about each other. They argue, they fight, they never come together. But they remain in the situation. The side joint is not leaving this dude. The wife is not leaving. But they would refuse to speak and be cordial and understand. You know what I'm saying? Because she has been convinced that I can't get along with this. The ratio is 10-1, bro. How are we practicing monogamy if it's not a balanced aspect of male stock?
And
you know what I'm saying? So this is the issue.
And let me tell you this. A female, because they have friends, and it's always the friends. Sometimes they will be with it, but because they friends is like, nah, you bugging.
Meanwhile, a friend is doing the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? You bugging. Like,
But
you would accept this from...
That's the societal norms that I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Society would frown on that. So she don't want nobody to look at it like, yo, you bugging. So she just don't do what she really want to do.
So for what I just said, if that's not you, you know what I'm saying? Just, leave out of it. But if it is you and you still there, don't front for nobody. Just live your life.
So real quick before I go to Keds and then we go to the next topic. Polygamy, you would do polygamy?
No, I won't.
You won't?
No.
Okay.
I just gave a... Yeah.
Okay. All right. Keds, real quick.
I ain't
what are
gonna-
your thoughts about polygamy before you...
Personally,
I did it though, but no, I'm just...
we know active. We know. Nah, personally, I can never see myself doing that, but I fully understand the conceptual idea of it.
Right.
I just feel like we're too far gone from the idea and the life of being polygamous. I just feel like monogamy has existed way too long, and the mind is just entrapped within that concept. Like it's impossible. I won't say it's impossible, but look at slavery. It still affects us today, right? And we can't. It's so hard for us to break free.
It's
from
deep
that.
rooted.
So that's kind of attached with it. So I can't see us being able to have a polygamous,
So
society.
so let's just say you was dating a woman, happy relationship, and she was like, yo, you know what?
Fuck with it.
Let's bring somebody else in. You know, like I'm exhausted. It's a lot going on, and I know you have needs that sometimes I can't suffice. Let's bring another woman in. Would you be open if you knew a woman sincerely wanted to attempt to broaden the family spectrum?
If I knew all parties were had the same mind frame, then I can see something like that working.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, right? So
said yes.
right. So that's why I'm like,
I'm probably the only one at this table that's like, yo, I get it.
No, that's what I said.
I'd
I
probably
fully
be with
get the
that
idea
shit.
because I understand what family means and I understand how much help family needs. You understand what I'm saying? Like having multiple kids is a lot for anybody, for any couple. That's a lot to deal with. And to truly be able to raise them correctly and truly be able to teach them and help them and guide them throughout life.
Right, but but the interesting thing is, when you was asked the question, you was not with it, but with context.
Yeah, no, that's what
you
I'm saying.
saw the scene that you could answer the question different, right?
I fully understand.
So that's the thing. It's like it's not to say any man can't understand, especially a man that has had a broad social life and a lot of experiences. But if we knew the women sincerely wanted it themselves, would we not? Most of the men at this table said, "I'm not with it." Except you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But let's actually think about it.
But you got to look at it at a broad spectrum.
Right.
But again,
it's not about just sex.
But again, us men, we like to make our women happy. And if that's what's gonna make her happy, and it's like it comes with communication. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, yo.
We probably can't bring it up because if we bring it up, she's gonna think she's gonna think, oh, you with another bitch or you want to date another bitch. So of course we gonna automatically say no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But not to cut you off, I feel like the only female that's truly gonna be with that is someone who she won't be thinking like that.
Should be
You
thinking
understand what I'm
about.
saying? Like,
She'll be thinking about
she's
the
not
family,
having any kind of thought like that.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
Yes.
But I'm saying for us,
Oh yeah, I get what
I'm
you
saying
mean.
for
I get you,
us,
I get you.
we can't go.
You can't make the approach.
You can't make that approach because then we thinking that she's gonna think like, oh, so you think bringing another bitch is cool.
But you
know
got to
what I'm
be
saying?
willing to bring all that content to that same conversation.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, yo,
Right.
what you think about polygamy?
Right.
No, but
On-
this is the societal
But-
norms.
Right.
Even
And-
if
and-
you provide the
and
context,
then you gotta know
they
who
still
who you're dating
Exactly.
too. You gotta know who you're dating because some
That's a
people,
big part.
some girls would have the conversation respectfully and grown, and we it could be a yes or no, and that be that.
And then we also have to discuss what woman is suffering from insecurities way further than another. Insecurities, jealousy. Everybody is born with a little possession, jealousy, But we are not jealous to the extreme that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? Keying cars and fighting and killing each other. But we do have insecurities, especially now because we're in the age of visualism. We can see everybody. So
All the time.
the insecurities in our women have increased exponentially. Every female out here is bad. Why you think plastic surgery has gone up? That is completely unnatural to our women. They would listen. Come on, our women are I got the body women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to understand how much propaganda has influenced not only us but our women. Look we kill each other exponentially, and we still rep gang. What has the gang ever done for us? See, that's another conversation men
All right,
need
yeah,
to
so
have.
you know what? We about to wrap
What
up.
has the gang ever
right.
done for the black family?
That's a whole
Everybody in the
nother-
gang.
Wrap
Our
up.
women is in the gang.
That's a whole other topic.
Nah, I appreciate
35
everybody
years
touching
old.
this.
That's
Rep
facts.
it gang.
Nah,
Repping gangs.
This was a good conversation. There's a loaded topic. I mean, we could go on
Chris,
and on.
you gotta
and
come
on.
back on.
You know,
We can go on and on
That's a
and
fact.
on, brothers.
That's a
Anytime.
fact.
He would do well
So,
with
anytime.
what's the M and Man is for money shorty. What's her name?
Passport Cuddy.
Cuddy.
Shout out to her.
That would be a loaded
But
conversation.
I want to
That
quickly
shit
go.
won't end.
So
Because you know how she is.
yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
shit's
but,
crazy.
Shout
Yeah,
out to her though.
So today we're gonna do it a little differently because I know we're pressed for time and I really want to touch this
We can
next
do it,
topic.
The stoop,
But
the stoop
we're not
breaker.
doing a stoop breaker.
We're not doing a stoop breaker.
Not today.
No,
This is a
breaker.
first.
Yeah, because I really want to touch this next
Wait, the
topic.
stoop breaker could be real quick.
Nah,
It needs to be a stoop
Nah.
breaker, bro. We're on Stoop Talk.
Yeah, nigga, it's
active saying threatening me like, yo, this time you gotta leave. This and the third. So that's why I'm skipping.
we could do the stoop breaker, bro.
The stoop breaker, that guy is not gonna take 3 minutes. It's really not. So unless
Do
y'all
the
got
stoop
something
breaker,
quick.
bro. All right.
It's time for the Stoop Breaker.
Anyways, follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. The name of the social media handle is called Stoop Talk Podcast. All right, so make sure you go follow that. Reshare our stories. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Go comment, like, do all that. All right, Stoop Talk Podcast. The Twitter handle is called Stoop Talk Pod. All right. All right. 3 minutes for the stoop breaker. Actually,
Are you creating it now?
no, I was I'm trying to find a real quick one. Okay, boom, I got it. All right, so the stoop breaker.
Did you do the drop?
He did.
Alright.
He did. All right, so Chris, I don't know if you're aware of what the stoop breaker is. It's usually like a little ice breaker, a little silly fun question that is just sometimes it jogs your brain, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of
saying?
times.
Whatever.
If it's you.
Nobody knows what the question is except for the person that's presenting it. So it's kind of like a random, it's not part of the talking points or anything like that. So
Right.
all right, we're gonna try not to spend too much time on this, obviously, because active got
All right,
other
come
Bro,
on, bro.
obligations.
Damn, that's what I'm
But
saying.
anyways, all right. So I'm gonna ask y'all real quick.
Really got mad.
This is what we were saying in the beginning. He
Listen.
take forever to
Go.
get to
Active's
his
the one that
point.
talks a lot.
Go.
Anyways, I'm gonna ask y'all real quick.
Shoot.
Fellas, you know what I'm saying? With your lady, right? Which one or which scenario, excites you more, right? It's two scenarios. A woman, right? Preparing for sex, wearing lingerie. That's one. Your lady. Two. A woman like hiking up her skirt or a dress, bending over, getting ready for you to, do the thing. So I'm asking y'all a question.
It's the way you ask. That's why you like.
All right.
So
So
you said a woman wearing lingerie
Right.
and a woman hiking up her skirt.
yeah, hiking up a skirt.
So basically,
slash
Which one
dress.
turns
the
you on
difference
more?
between
Right. Which one?
Oh
Which
my
one?
God.
Yeah, right.
Which one turns you on?
Yeah.
Which one would turn you on? Bro?
Hiking
Right.
up your skirt.
Facts.
Yeah.
Lingerie is a little overrated in the sense of in actual
Lingerie is expensive. Too.
but a picture.
Damn.
You went
you
shopping
know,
for some?
When you
Hold
see
on.
a woman in
Okay,
a picture,
El
it's,
Cheapo.
a picture in lingerie will stimulate you.
Yeah.
But sometimes, getting all prepared and all that, when you really getting down to it, it kind of,
I like to see
It's the
women.
spontaneous
I
shit.
like to see
Yeah,
women
it's
in
the
clothes.
spontaneity.
That shit turn me on when they have on clothes and I'm taking
or
it
even
off.
just a wife
Nigga
beater
said
and a
clothes,
pants, you know what I mean? A wife
Nah,
beater,
I
a woman.
like taking off clothes, bro. That's what turns
Right,
me on.
but
Like
I-
if you're already naked, like all right.
Some
Damn.
women, some dudes just like normal,
just me,
natural
though.
settings. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree with active. on
I
that.
like to take off clothes.
So you don't like
That's just
naked
me.
girls either?
I like to see the process. I like.
Yeah, I like
fence.
the build up. I like the anxiety. Like I like all of that. Like
Yeah,
let me take
fact.
it off. I mean,
I like lingerie in the picture though. It's
Yeah, yeah.
stimulating, but some of us men, we like a woman in her natural settings, natural
that's right.
space.
That's
Something about
right.
Whatever
sundresses.
you
too.
wear
I
on
like
in the
regular
crib.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't like too much. I like
because
regular.
we're honest.
Yeah.
Men lie, but in a sexual scenario, we're trying to get to what really turns us on. So we like to be honest in that in a sexual way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the pictures is nice, but I don't need that.
Facts.
Chase.
Girl, you better pull that skirt up. What's up?
Fresh.
Nigga, hiking up the skirt and everything is cool. That's some good, spontaneous spur of the moment type shit, which is needed in relationship. But me personally, I like to see lingerie, even
My
though
son, he must have
you
said,
ain't-
I like to take it.
Even
Nah.
though, look,
A girl in a skirt, you see her pulling down her panties. That shit that's a turn.
I like
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying that it's not, but as a visualist like I am, I like to see like,
as-
oh, hold on.
as-
Even though I know I'm gonna take that shit off.
Especially
Fresh
if
is
you
in
don't-
for the long
especially
game,
if
boy.
you don't
I'm
even know
like,
if you're
alright.
about to hit, and she just,
Facts.
if she just start, oh, this is what we about to get
Spontaneity
into.
in it, yeah.
Facts. It's a little.
All
I
right,
like
so
that.
what if she got on lingerie underneath her clothes? Now what you gonna say?
That's still
No,
nice.
It didn't matter anyway because
Taking off the
it
clothes
didn't
for
matter anyway because
but
once the
so
shit
taking
came off,
off-
I forgot what you had on.
I
So
don't know if
taking
I
off
like that,
lingerie
though.
is not
That's
taking
a
off
lot.
clothes.
All right,
Like-
so we got kids.
Well,
Yeah, Cat-
I said,
okay,
I
answer
spoke
the
first
first.
one.
Yeah.
You ever had a shorty come to the crib with a coat,
And just
Yes.
took
I
the shit
talk about
off,
that
lingerie,
Yes.
or naked?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's sexy, right?
That's
Yeah.
sexy.
That's
Because
sexy.
that still falls under the like spontaneous.
Yeah, that's
part of it,
sexy.
yeah.
But again, you know, you don't. Some men don't need their women to buy a whole load of lingerie because it's like, yo, we lay in the bed.
But let's
I
not-
want your ass on me. I don't need
Lingerie
nothing, you know
don't
what I mean?
necessarily mean it gotta be all these different pieces.
Elaborate
It
shit,
it
right?
could be some nice lace boy shorts. You know what I'm saying? Half moon. You know what I mean? Something like that. And yo, that shit'll get a nigga. You know what I mean?
I kind of like when a girl's in my drawers too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Little boxer brief
yeah,
type
little box
thing,
of
you know?
beef. Like,
It's
alright,
cute.
It's cute. Facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
All right, y'all actually spent 3. Okay, I'm
Alright,
impressed.
we
All right,
good.
Y'all did that. All right,
But
cool.
stop asking niggas they sexual preferences on this.
Yeah, so stop doing that.
You're doing that too often, but
Yeah,
we
that's
moving
the
on.
third
Yo.
time in a row.
Nah,
Next
but
topic,
the topic
next
was lit though. You
topic,
can't.
next
You can't.
topic.
Stoop breaker was lit. Come on, son, stop it.
All right.
Anyways, do reminder, make sure you shop at Christoph Christian. That's
Facts.
where our merch is from. You
Facts.
heard? Christoph Christian. That's the family. That's the umbrella.
Brian them.
Kez got on a one-on-one piece today. You know what I'm saying? Brian's zooming on that. You know what I'm saying? Kez gonna make that for me next.
I got you. No problem.
People don't ask me about it. I don't know.
Nah, they got asked about it. Shit.
And Chase got the
Pay the
Stoop
price.
Talk.
That's it.
Stoop Talk hat.
Phresh got the that's the Christoph. Wait, how you pronounce that? La Maison.
La Maison.
Maison.
Oh, I was close.
You was in fall.
But anyways,
Close. You wasn't far.
shop our merch, man. Stoop Talk Podcast, Christoph Christian. Go get that if you like the show. Support us. Support the team. And go buy that.
All
All
right.
right? Yeah.
Last topic.
All right, so the last topic, real quick. I felt like, 2020 was a trying year, right? And during 2020, it was like a lot of things that happened, obviously besides coronavirus. But we saw like I don't even want to say an uptick because things like police brutality has been going on for a very long time now. It's just, I guess it was heightened since nothing else was going on. Last year specifically, right? But this is something that we've all been dealing with. I mean, since the beginning of time. You see what I'm saying? So there was this one particular situation that happened a couple of weeks ago. There was a 7-year-old girl that got shot. I think it was like incidental, right? Through a drive-through in Chicago. Everybody was pretty much talking about it. There was a lot of people was up in arms saying we gotta fix our own. We worried about the police beating us, or we worried about police killing us. We can't even stop killing ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So that's been a discussion that a lot of us has been having within our community within the past couple of years. And then I also put in a tweet. Well, I shared a picture with y'all or a link with y'all saying what Safari said. In quotation, he tweeted, "The 7-year-old shot and killed, and it wasn't by a police officer. So what's the next step? Who do we hold accountable? Or do we pick and choose when we stand together? It's disgusting." He put that with 4 or 5 exclamation points.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to ask y'all real quick, what are y'all like ultimate thoughts about the police brutality? How y'all felt about what Safari said? And how y'all feel about just like the state affairs of what's going on in terms of police brutality and black on black crime? quote unquote.
I agree with him 100%. I've been talking about that since Twitter days. I used to mention that. It's like every time you see something happen in the hood and it's like, okay, somebody you know personally or somebody that you know of or whatever, and he do some foul shit and he get locked up or whatever, it's always free him till they free him and ray and all that fuckery, right? And then you know, they say you live by the gun, you die by the gun. So you get in those type of situations, you get foul niggas that get done foul. Then it's all, yo, he ain't deserved that, but he was just on the other side of it, and it was all good. But now that he got, it's not good no more. So in like the accountability in the black community has always been like damn near non-existent, and I've been vocal about that for a while now. So when you see these type of situations where you got kids getting killed in gang drive-bys, you know what I'm saying, getting caught in the crossfire, and nobody don't got nothing to say about it, but then something happened when it's, you know what I mean, a cop or somebody white or whatever, then everybody want to come out. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but you got to hold your own just as accountable as you want to hold somebody else. Just because it happened in the hood don't mean, you know what I mean, that it's supposed to, oh, we going to police ourselves. Okay, well, what that policing look like? Another drive-by is going to get another kid shot? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of things that cause these type of cycles to continue because you're not holding people accountable for it. So it's just like, if you ask me, real street justice would be, you know who was involved in that. They got to get taken care of.
All right, let me,
You know
hold
what
on.
I'm
I'm going to go. Let me go first. Oh, second, I should say. I definitely understand what you're saying. And before I actually, you know, really get into it, I just want to, you know, say prayers up to the girl, the 7-year-old girl that, you know, died, and everybody else that was affected by, you know, violence. Because I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to stop. We got to do better as a people, as black people, especially, you know, these communities. But let's keep in mind too that this is
beings, bro.
Right. But let's also keep in mind too that there is a bigger issue, and this is, you know, trauma that we've been facing, and this is deep rooted. This is not just on the surface. So I want everybody to understand it as well. Now, being said that, I'm not gonna lie to you. This Safari's tweet, it irked me a little bit. It did, because I feel like, why can't police brutality is one issue. The black on black, you know, our people killing each other too, is another issue. It's two completely different issues, I feel like. Why can't, like, I don't think one should be before another, or, you know, oh, you know, we can't even stop killing each other, so, you know, who gives a fuck what the police do with us?
He didn't say that.
But I'm just saying, no, I'm not even talking
about
about you specifically. I'm just talking about in general. Like, I mean, because that's what some people say when we have this conversation.
Bro,
But that wasn't the insinuation for you to make that comment.
But I'm not directly talking about you though.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying what he said in his tweet.
You said it.
Has nothing to do with what you're talking
All
about.
right, I'm
Because that's not what he insinuated.
I know that's not what. Even with Safari, I know that's not what he insinuated.
So
why did it irk you?
You gotta let me finish. Y'all gonna keep cutting me off?
But this is
Because
healthy
the route
debate, bro.
you sound like you going down. It don't look
we're
good.
trying to stop
Continue,
you from.
continue.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But
Finish
you
your
could
point.
continue.
Finish your point.
I'm gonna read Safari's tweet again.
No, we don't.
right?
No. Say what you're saying because we heard and we read it. So say what you're saying, bro. All right, let me just go.
Yeah, finish your statement.
Finish your statement, bro.
Yeah, I want to know why it irked you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna let me finish. All right. So I'm gonna say it irked me because I just feel like and I'm not even gonna say, because I felt like with people, they kind of felt like that's what Safari was saying, right? In terms of, you know, we need to hold ourselves more accountable than the police.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't get that from Safari. I agree. I didn't get that from Safari.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a more broad population of people, they feel that way. They feel like, you know,
What does
That-
Lance
What do
BCE
you
think?
feel?
Yeah,
We're
what do
not
you-
talking
I just said
You're talking about
felt like-
other people. What do you think?
I just said this is two completely different issues.
So finish that statement. You
Yeah.
went on to talk about a broader population.
Because I'm
of
going to
people
ask
thinking
you a
that.
question.
I don't
when you're
give a
done.
fuck.
I don't think one issue suffices the other. I think
You mean supersedes the other?
right.
So
right.
that's
Same
why
thing.
I made the statement that I made. He didn't insinuate that one has to be over the other.
So-
So why is that your position?
I'm sick and tired of repeating myself.
All right,
'cause
correct me if I'm
You're not
wrong
answering
about
the
this
question.
tweet. About this tweet. Was it or was it not about accountability?
Yeah.
Just in itself.
I think he was just trying to say like, yo,
And that's very true. And in this situation, yeah, there was no cop involved.
Right.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But in the black community itself, this is now another child that's gone, taken from another bullet. Doesn't matter whose gun.
But
Another child that was taken. But now, since, you get a cop, knees on George Floyd, right? The whole fucking black community goes in uproar because of another black man.
Right.
This baby was just taken from their parents. Yo, niggas need to get the fuck up and say something about that. But then you know what stops it? Stop snitching.
It's crazy.
That's a law that we implemented in our own community. Stop snitching.
And free my man. Who
You
just
can't do
murdered,
that.
like, 2 people.
You can't do that. That's completely my bad. You can't do that. That's foul. Because there's legal justice, there's street justice. When 2 street niggas start beefing, you stay out of that. But now when you guys involved an innocent life, because it could be an adult, it could be a child.
Right.
Somebody has to be held accountable for that.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation, it already came from a drive-by shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all wanted cops in front of judges and judges, prosecutors, and jury. Take that same nigga that shot that girl and put him in front of a judge, a prosecutor, and a jury. That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted when a cop did it. Because you wanted the justice system to deal with this cop. Why he can't deal with yours now?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? What's the difference?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna throw away the key. Okay, he just killed a how old was she? 7?
7 years old.
Yeah.
That girl could have been a doctor that saved his life when he was old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know nothing about this little girl. This girl was an innocent child.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna go after you.
Active, go ahead. Let me hear what you gotta say.
I've been against us fighting each other for a long time. Even when they wanted me to be Crip, Blood, a gang. I never was in a gang because I never. What are we fight? What am I fighting you for? You know what I'm saying? What am I shooting you for? You know what I'm saying? So I never was about.
I mean, the definition of gangs have gotten lost throughout the years because that's really not.
We've been lost.
We're not here to talk
But I know
about
that's
why
another
gangs were
conversation,
started.
but
But
I just wanted to put that out there because you said
But-
what you said. But go on.
But I said that because I feel like if I, myself, one person, could stop me from doing something to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? That would just help my situation to fight another person like you, him. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to fight somebody, it's because of my own problem, not because of a gang thing. But that's just me, because I can't speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So since I was 13, I never liked it. Never agreed with it. You know, of course, everybody have their own anger towards somebody because if somebody did something to somebody, stuff like that, and we handle it that way. But I never was with it, and I don't like it.
I think, and adding some context to this whole thing, when we as a people who has suffered from, slavery and still mentally is entrapped in that, and we know it, they keep making movies. They keep making shows and documentaries about it. We got the Black History Month once a month. So when you see, and there's good white men and there's good white cops too, but when you see one murder one of our own who is unarmed, you know what I'm saying, or who might have just lightly scuffled, but when you see white men, you see the boy that stabbed the cop in the neck, and they didn't shoot him, they arrested him. He stabbed him in the neck. So we see a lot of white men fighting white cops more violently than we would, and they live. So once we see one of ours murdered, that racial pride kick in right away. But the problem is when we kill ourselves, most of the time, they get caught and they get 30, 40 years. But this white cop, he gets to go home.
He gets away with it.
And I posted that video the other day, and they was like, one of the best sex you could ever have is after you kill a man. This is what a room full of cops was saying.
Wow.
Some of the best sex you ever had is after you kill a man.
That's fucking crazy.
Because to them, it's a moment of survival, and just to make it home to their woman and burst it is one of the best bursts. You know what I mean? You could ever have. And this is a warmonger. These men, you know what I'm saying? They raped and killed millions and billions of people by now. They live for that. We don't. Yet the murder that we do on ourselves is not uncommon from any other race. If you look at poverty, white poverty, Asian poverty, there's all murders.
Bingo.
So the problem is, if black cops started to shoot white kids, you would see their racial pride snap and it would be an uproar. But white people kill themselves all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't put it on the news,
Mm-hmm.
but they kill each other constantly for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's all over the internet. So again, we are being subjugated to a trauma that they're forcing on us. They're playing it over and over again. This is a purposeful thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not by accident. Because if you don't do it to other races, but you do it to only the melanated community, to show it over and over and over again, and then show look at this popular guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then show them, right after they get killed, the mother come on the news.
Mm-hmm.
I forgive. Then they pay her, and then they kill another one. And it's constantly happening the same way. This is a program we watch. It's a
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie to
movie.
you. That last part where you just said that shit, yo,
They
it
forgive.
really irks me.
They always forgive.
Like when the mom comes up there and they always say like the black people are like always just so forgiving in situations like when their kid or whoever, their loved one, family member is a victim, and they always come with the forgiving heart. Like why they gotta be the bigger person? Like why they always?
And it's
gotta be
always the
bigger
same
person?
bald-headed black attorney that's always with them. Black Lives Matter don't come out though when we murder each other, and they're grossing millions and billions of dollars. They don't come out to
And
say
that's what he's saying.
the genocide,
Who?
the
Safari.
the melanated genocide that was going on in Chicago, New York. I lost so much brothers out here, son, over
We all
a
did.
fucking color. And the metaphysics behind the red and blue. They use it for the police. They use it in American Gladiators. Out Crips and Bloods. When you blend red and blue together, it makes purple. Purple is the color of royalty and love.
That's right.
So they separated it. It's a metaphysical attack on the community, bro. So when you really dig deep into how sophisticated this enemy is, it's unbelievable. And there was a time when we was growing up, nigga, we couldn't use B words.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't use B. The letter B was a problem. You understand what I'm saying? And you got murdered over a color. Thousands and thousands and by now millions of men either in jail or dead. What has the gang ever did for us? And we celebrated more today than we ever did. It's disgusting. I remember growing up, and bro, I went to Wingate.
Me
Yo,
too.
listen, bro.
Bad.
You went to Wingate?
You went to Wingate. I thought you went to John Dewey.
I did.
Oh, bad man.
Oh, he was getting kicked out.
Moving around.
Unruly.
Yo, it was
They-
hell
I
though.
went.
It was hell.
I went to Wingate
was-
for 2 years.
He was the
I went to
unruly
Dewey.
Panamanian
I
that
went
kept
Dewey
going
for
to
the
other
other
schools.
2 years.
97 when I got into high school, Crips and Bloods just came out here.
Mm-hmm. That's when
Face slashing,
it was
robbing you for your Coogee
Wingate
sweater.
was fucking
Crip Central.
terror.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But those is my brothers. But you couldn't use the letter B.
Mm-hmm.
But those is my brothers. Now, what I'm asking is, after all the smoke clear, what has it done for us? You know what I'm saying? And our women love it. Look at them. They love it. How did that happen? Media and propaganda. You take a youth poor in the projects in Arkansas or somewhere, and he got a little, verbiage, and he's willing to make the demonic music that these Jewish executives is asking us to make and give him money, he's gonna do it. That's the rappers that we got today. You know what I'm saying? When you understand hip hop, bro, and the the metaphysics behind hip hop, first of all. See, if we didn't have the projects, pressure create diamond, right? So usually when you see a lot of poverty, something creative and beautiful come out of that. And there's a lot of athletes and rappers and stuff that come out of that poverty. I grew up in LG, Lafayette Gardens, and Best Style for the first 6 years of my life. I seen murder, but the first murder I witnessed up in front of me, I was 12 years old, and the corner store man got murdered right in front of me. I was a material witness. I couldn't go to school. I had to watch surveillance videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family was trying to hide. It was crazy. I was a kid, and I seen him get murdered in front of me. So after that, it just kept happening. I kept seeing it, to the point where I got numb to it. You know what I'm saying? And then another nigga died. All right, cool. But when are we going to challenge ourselves to really ask the question, what the fuck are we doing, yo? You know what I'm saying? This shit is real deep, my nigga. Like, you know, and
Keds, I want to get your opinion before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Because I know Active got to go.
I kind of get what you were saying as far as two lanes and everybody. Let's say when a cop murders somebody and a black person murders somebody or murders their brother or sister, etc. The reactions are different, right? And you don't want people to kind of get clouded or cloud-minded. I guess I'm trying to help out what you were saying. Trying to understand what you were saying, I should say. But no matter what, hands down, the reactions are, the numbers don't add up at all. George Floyd, like he said, we have millions of people marching. Someone gets killed in our community, not a person says anything.
I mean, I think there's a
after 3 days, everybody forgets.
I think there's a deeper,
like the next news coverage that comes the first page, that's what everybody's talking about.
I think it is a deeper rooted issue, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just deeper than the surface of, you know.
Yeah, it's called
issue.
no accountability. That's the deeper rooted issue.
I mean, I see what you were trying to separate it, but the tweet itself for the topic what we're discussing, it's about the accountability, and Safari was on point with that.
Yeah, I think he was
who do we point fingers at? Oh, we can't because niggas ain't snitching.
Yeah, I think it was a good tweet. I think he was just saying like, yo, you know, when we do it, nothing happens, and we got to stop doing that. I think he was trying to
hold ourselves to the same standard.
You know, and this is a little girl, man. You know, and we lost a lot of kids like that on the stoop, jumping rope, playing, you know, parks. They shoot up parks, bro. Like, they go in intentionally in a park and shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? So this is not good.
Yeah, rest in peace to that little girl and to everybody else that's been affected by, you know, gun violence. Yeah, shit got to stop. You know, we ain't get to really, you know, talk about this last year, obviously, because, you know, we didn't do the podcast while all this was happening. We never really got a chance to, you know, kind of really touch, you know, police brutality and, you know, black on black crime since, shout out to Haley since she came on, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that was in season 1. So good talk, Chris Dredd, my man. You were great.
Yeah, much respect, fellas. Y'all got good energy in here, man. I appreciate
you brought it today, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You took over the show.
Had a lot of quotables. You know what I'm saying? You'll be seeing those clips.
You gotta be
sending them to you.
Mercy. That's the one.
So Chris, real quick, give me your social.
Money Dick.
Yeah, Money Dick.
Nah, that's the name of the episode. Money Dick. 100%. That's the name of the episode.
All right, Chris. So one time, just give us what your social media handle is, how they can find you.
Yeah, it's just Chris Dredd, Chris and Dredd, you know, Instagram, Facebook, you know.
Chris Dredd put together. You can't say Chris and Dredd because they might.
DREAD.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be out in the video too, so they'll see.
Facts.
One time, shout out my man Chris Dredd. Thank you for coming through.
Much respect.
You know, we're gonna definitely probably gonna try to do this again in the near future.
Anytime, yo. Holla at me.
My man Phresh. Go on, what's the Instagram handle?
Phresh with a PH, no F, BCE at the end. You already know the vibes.
Yeah. Chase.
I need a sound effect.
See that, right?
Keep picking Chase 718.
All right, sorry, we was talking while we was giving your your tag.
King
so
Chase 718.
There you go.
3 seasons strong with the name, son. You ain't
proud of you,
shit.
Facts.
Active.
DJ Active 247.
No crime stuff?
Yeah, DJ Active 247.
I know this Lance never asks you no more, son. Is it because you're 24? You know that stupid shit. You don't do it no more, son. Why?
DJ Active
I might surprise
you. Didn't watch enough videos to be like, damn, that is stupid.
Yeah, that DJ Active _Prime Star 2. That's my other page.
All right. Keds.
Yo.
Instagram handle, buddy.
I was about to say fucking. Wait, what'd you say you about to start charging?
Chill.
Don't
Nah,
holler
let
at
me
the
chill.
price.
Let me chill. K3DC, follow me. You already know.
Yo, kid's stupid.
Kez is Batman. So.
Oh, man.
And my Instagram handle is LanceBCE. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Yeah, I ain't hit him with nothing crazy on the outro. You know what I'm saying? But all right,
God.
before we head out, funny nigga. Before we head out, make sure you definitely subscribe to all of our platforms that we are on. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're also on YouTube where you can watch us visually. All right, Stoop Talk Podcast. Subscribe. Like, rate, do us all that. Pause. That's a do us all. Yeah.
Yo,
Sorry. Anyways,
nigga always.
before we actually conclude, another thing, if you guys have any topics you want us to discuss, or artists if you want to get interviewed, or any type of business want to do a collab, any sponsorship opportunities, definitely hit us up at inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. All right, inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com.
Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Brian.
Thanks.
We got some other guests, but
All right, Lance.
yeah, shout out to them
Lance.
too. Anyways,
Yo, man.
listen, we are wrapping up. We are God. Stoop Talk is signing out.
Cheers.
Peace.
Cheers.